Start off by coughing, cause you already know what it is. Stoner gang, music, money, sex, and drugs. And we in this motherfucker finally. You gotta report on me now. I'm here now. You dig what I'm saying? Finally. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's like me coming out of the motherfucking graveyard, out of the crevices, back in the motherfucking game. I ain't went nowhere. I just got corporate on you little motherfuckers. You dig what I'm saying? Teach y'all niggas how to flick up a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? What's good, man?
Our first question on Houston Hip Hop News, man. We got to ask the Al Capone, man. What you been up to, man? You know what I'm saying? Let the world and the fans, man, the people know, man.
Well,
what you been up
like I was
to?
saying, Stoner Gang is music, money, sex, and drugs. I'm the new sex guru. You know what I mean? So it's like, but if you want to learn how to get high, be stimulated mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and just, you know, spend a little bit of your money, holla at your boy. And I'm going to teach you how to do that correctly. You dig it? You ain't going to lose it all. You're just going to lose a little. You know what I mean? But other than that, you know what I'm saying, I've got the consulting thing going off where, hey, if you need a new record deal, distribution, how to spend your money correctly on A&R in it, or how to spend your money on marketing and radio, which regions you should drop your production in, how your music sound like, are you ready or you ain't ready, you need to holla at me. You dig what I'm saying? All serious inquiries. I'm not giving out telephone numbers no more because it'd be so many girls and so many other stalkers that be catching up with me when I give out my number. Y'all just hit me at blackalcapone@gmail.com and we'll rock like that. We waiting right now is just for whatever labels that's gonna pick us up and give us the distribution. We have. Hold on, let me drink my drink for a second. Screw. Hey.
You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, man, let them know your history and your footsteps out here in this world, up in this hip-hop game, man, because you're a major factor, man, and they shall know, and you're going to let them know on the Houston Hip Hop News.
Back with me, with an artist by the name of E-Rule out of Los Angeles, California, which is my brother. And we got signed to Universal, and it was a beautiful thing back when we was kids. It gave me the game from a retail standpoint of view, where I had to go out and open me up my own record store out in Little Rock, Arkansas, and in New Jersey. So with these record stores, I learned the retail point of view of the game. So what I went back and did and said, okay, now I got to bring some promotion to the record store. So what I started doing is I started promoting shows about the record store. So I went out and found leaders of the new school, Busta Rhymes, and struck a deal with Busta Rhymes and the leaders of the new school in order for me to promote 3 shows with them for the price of one price that I give them, and now make sure that they have all their per diems, hotels, girls, and alcohol, and all the stuff that they wanted to play with, you know, Stoner Gang stuff. So I promoted a successful show with Busta Rhymes and leader of the new school, and so it made other artists that want to do business with me, like Big Daddy Kane, Poor Righteous Teachers, Lakim Shabazz, Queen Latifah, and I started doing business with a lot of other artists like that. And then since E-Rule was from the West Coast, and that's who actually, you know, he was my West Coast connection, him and King Born, and they was on Universal. So it kind of took us to the West Coast, and that gave us Daz, Snoop, and we was doing business with other artists that wasn't up and coming yet. You know what I'm saying? It was just, they was making music, but you know, we was in Club Unity in Los Angeles, and we was doing shows, and it was straight up hip hop. So then we became, I came across my cousin through E-Rule, and we'll call him my cousin because that's how we looked at each other. And his name was Mike Geronimo. And then Mike Geronimo, you know, was signed to a record label. And then I started working on his project with Mike Geronimo. And Mike Geronimo gave me Irv Gotti because at the time his name was Magoo. And Irv Gotti had another dude by the name Ja with him, but his name wasn't Ja Rule yet. My history goes back as far as before they even had their rap names. I was doing business with them, and you know, we started doing shows to open up for Tupac and Biggie Smalls and Craig Mack. We had a hit single called Listen Up that sold a lot of units, and that had us opening up for these shows for these people. And my history of hip hop comes into plays way before there was Lil Flip. They just didn't. They just knew about me when I came to Houston because of Lil Flip, because of the magnitude of how Houston people love hip hop and their music, and how they support their own, and how you can go platinum in Texas without like than any other place in the world. So, with me having this record store in Little Rock and getting prices of tea real high, I had to go over to Houston in order to get the mixtapes and bring them back to my store to sell them for a great price, because I was selling so many of them. And I was selling the most out of the mixtapes was Lil Flip. Then it was a fellow by the boss, Slim Thug. Then it was a young brother by the name of Zero. And then they had the best back duel that they had was Paul Wall and Chameleonaire, and they was color changing click at the time. And out of my store, I was selling that many records out of the record store in Arkansas. Me and my brother Audi, and I was like, man, I gotta find a way to get this music cheap in order to make $1 out of 15 cents, because the music industry was rough when they started doing this downloading and started playing with the internet with the music. And us as the mom and pop stores was taking the losses. So instead of me going to South by Southwest anymore, I had to go straight to the person who was making the music. And I met a fellow by the name of Humpty Hump from on the south side, and he gave me the music for a cheap price, and he had music on everybody, and he had a way to get it from everybody where I didn't have to meet everybody, and all I had to do was get it from him. And he had the mixtapes, and I'd be able to take the mixtapes and get rid of them. And they was packaging them and everything of that nature. So, hey, it was a beautiful thing for me. So I sold a lot of mixtapes, and I took the little Leprechaun and to be into platinum status to what it was for my street teams of girls that would get out there and actually promote the music that of these artists that I had. So I kept 3 or 4 or 5 girls that would wear my store clothes and go out there and sell mixtapes in the streets. And then I come home, and once we get to the store, we'll look at the book and see what they've sold, and we'll sound scan them and have the artists get their money. So we was taking the music to the streets, but then taking it back to the corporate store and since sound scanning it and blowing my store up with the record companies. So the record companies in New York and California was getting in contact with me, calling me and telling me they got all artists they want me to sit here and promote. From CeCe Winans all the way down to Aaliyah Must Die. We have plaques that's on our store wall for promoting them. So that put me in the music industry. But that wasn't enough, because I was a rapper, and my dreams is bigger than that. And I wanted television, I wanted film, I wanted you to know who the Black Al Capone was. I wanted me to be branded. I wanted to be that next big thing. So therefore, it had to be a change, and the change had to come. So I had to make some kind of drastic moves in order to take my operation and my corporation in order for us to be seen in a bigger eye span. So what I had to do was this. I sold Lil Flip. I promoted a show for him. It's the smartest thing in the world, because he needed the money. He's an artist. He wanted to be famous. He wanted to do shows. Okay. So I got some investors. My cousin was a kickboxer in Arkansas, and he had bankroll. So I took his bankroll and told him I got the hottest artist that he can ever promote in Arkansas, because this dude is selling so many CDs. Lil Flip is selling 100 CDs out of my store a week. So I know it's a no-brainer to get him to his club in Arkansas, and he gonna flood it out. So I went to my 2 cousins, gave them the business deal. They went for it. We booked the Lil Flip show. I told him to leave me the booking, let me get him here. So I bought Lil Flip here at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So he don't go on until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So what the artist is going to be wanting to do from 9 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning. So he's like, now I have a bored, angry artist, because why would you book my tickets to get me here so early? Oh, because I had plans for him. The plans was, okay, you're going to have to sit down here and listen to my marketing plan, listening to me rap, listen to my whole scheme, look at my video. And you know what I'm saying? And plus, you got to battle me. So he came over here with Lil Ron, and Red. We came over here with Lil Ron. He came over with Lil Ron and Red, and Young Red, and Hump. And yeah, Young Red go hard too. Young Red go hard, and Lil Ron, he got a lot of heart. He go hard too. Those are whole nother stories, man. We stayed in the crevices. After I got these dudes over here, first thing they did is put it on a PlayStation. I don't play those games. Yeah. Now I don't even know. I can't even work the joysticks and stuff. My children be mad at me nowadays, like, Daddy can't do none of that stuff. I know how to play shoot for real. I don't know how to play shoot on a TV screen. I'm sorry. My childhood grew up was in New York was prostitution, drugs, murder, and things of that nature. By the time I was fucking 16, 17 years old, I was being tried as an adult for murder, and I went to jail for 7 years for shooting the police. So therefore, I don't know about, you know, playing PlayStations and shit like that. All I know is the real motherfucking thing, and I got 11 bullet wounds in my body to prove that I know nothing but the real thing. And I'm still walking here shooting the jab correctly, ducking and hooking, and now I don't got no classity bag. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't classy, I'm a nasty nigga, but I ain't gonna pull out my pants. But trust me, there's no body bags on this shit. I ain't got no bags connected to my shit, no nothing. You dig what I'm saying? So I hold my own. So yeah, nah, I don't know nothing about that motherfucking other kind of shit. All I know is about this shit is being real. This shit is real on the front line. I spit real shit in my music. They not gonna ever put me out there because I'm the nigga that knocked out T.I. They're not gonna never fucking promote me or market me correctly because for the simple fact I carry pistols and shot niggas and been to prison and things of that nature. But I still speak with the right vocabulary and shit. I went to Catholic school and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a nigga ain't gonna respect the vocabulary because, you know, I like to fight. You know what I'm saying? I like to hang with gangsters and shit. The niggas ain't got one foot on the banana field and the other foot in the graveyard. I like to fuck with motherfucking niggas that got 3 strikes against them. I ain't gonna sell those niggas out. I don't play police. I ain't the rat. I don't snitch. I don't got that nowhere on my jacket. You ain't never heard that. You're not gonna never see that at all. What the fuck? You know, I never told on a motherfucker that he shot me, nigga. I'm just looking for you. If I ain't got you yet, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what the fuck it is? So you know, I'm talking about you. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, and anybody that you know and affiliate yourself with. So it's shit. I'm still here, but you know, it's easy for y'all niggas to see me because I'm still doing shows for $1,500. I'm still running in and out the strip clubs by myself. I'm still wearing jewelry and shit. I'm still carrying the flag, and you know, already know it's Clover Gz and this Stoner gang. And, you know, I got big shit too, because I'm rocking light right now. And they caught me on some light shit, because you caught me in my place of business. And we sitting here doing some fixing toilets and sinks and shit when I got ran down on, well, not really. I ran down on these niggas for the interview. Because you know why? These are the last testimonies before I do die. It only takes one more bullet, and this bullet right only care is 4 inches from the heart to the shoulder. And nigga, you see where that last shot hit me at? It hit me motherfucking right between the heart and the lung. They don't even know how I'm still walking right now. The other bullet last time, remember that shit when I got shot in them to shoot out with the police in Los Angeles? Remember shit, that right on this side over here, that's the titanium fucking steel arm. That's 22 motherfucking pins and rods and from the elbow down to the collarbone that got replaced.
Yeah. Well, for y'all who just tuned in, know what I'm saying, we live, know what I'm saying, with the Black Al Capone, know what I'm saying, on Houston Hip Hop News live in H-Time, know what I'm talking about, kicking it, know what I'm saying, all the way to New York and all around, man. You know how we do it, man. Hey, man, our next question that we like to ask, man, Capone, man. See, we from H-Town, man, you know what I'm saying? Tell us, man, what actually went down with the T.I. thing, man, because I'm from the H-Town, I'm in these streets, man, and everybody had their story about the situation, man. Let them know what's the exact story that went down, man.
The way I'm looking now, I'm checking the camera, right? The camera screen over there. When you get a chance, B-roll the camera screen and shit. Let them know I ain't playing with the full splitter. Yeah. Underneath the 1,000-inch TV. Yeah, gotta watch the screens.
Yeah.
I don't know. Niggas is playing in traffic.
Yeah.
Shit. You know, my whole thing is this. Flip ain't say nothing about T.I. when we was in Atlanta. And even though that the television show made it seem like that, but it was not. That's not reality. Because you have to have reality TV. You have to have all those components to put together to it in order for it to become a reality TV show. And since that was the first reality TV show, you know, which was total reality. Just think about it for a minute. If you got a nigga who rap and he only selling 100 and something thousand units, then you got the fresh nigga who's throwing money everywhere with furs, diamonds. Every one of his niggas got on Clovers and diamonds, and niggas driving Mercedes Benz, Maybach, Jaguars with Burberry seats in it, and helicopters, planes, and all this other shit. And you ask this nigga to be on your album, and he say, "Nah, you can't get that slot." And first thing he gonna do is he gonna throw $100,000 tantrum, right? Of course, he can't throw $1 million tantrum because he don't got $1 million yet. You got to throw $100,000 tantrum. So if you bite off of a nigga that throws $100,000 tantrum, now you boost his money to be over a $500,000 tantrum. Because now somebody knows about this nigga because you aided and abetted in the conversation with a $100,000 nigga. Now, if you making $1 million, you don't play games with a nigga that's making $100,000. So, because I'm looking at it like this. If I only got $100,000 and you only got $10,000, your advice ain't really genuine to me, because for the simple fact is, like, you only got $10,000. You a $10,000 nigga. I need to highlight a motherfucker, and I'm a $100,000 nigga. I need to highlight a motherfucker that's making $1 million and say, damn nigga, you teach me how you make $1 million. I'm all ears. The nigga that's got $10,000, he only talking motherfucking 10s and 20s. Hopefully y'all understand what the fuck I'm talking about. I know I talk real fast because I'm from Cuba. So, you know, it's like my nationality is a swift tongue. My mind thinks real quick. But the story of it is when I'm trying to, my point of view, my metaphor is that T.I. only had $100,000. We were sitting on $1 million. And he had to go say a whole bunch of shit or anything he could to start anything to make a person say, hey, I'm yelling at you $1 million motherfuckers, and I need you to yell back at me, because if you do, everybody's going to know who I am now. Because, you know, you're the underground rapper, you know, and one of them was the underground legend, the other one was the underground such and such. Flip on Beef 3, he said all this, it told you it. Everything he did, Lil Flip did, from the Beyonce song to the such and such song, dude did it right after him and constantly, which is good if you were looking for a mentor. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, at that time, it was the strategically that best hand T.I. could make. And me sitting back as a strategist playing in chess, I was like, why wouldn't he do it? Like, I ain't mad at him. Like, now you think about it nowadays, I'm grown, it wasn't a bad move. You came at a nigga that you felt that was weak, and you was going to attack his character, and you going to attack everything you take, and anything you could attack around him, and you could do all that. And if you can get it off in order to make $1 million out of a situation and make you famous, he did it, and it worked. Because now he's worth more money than me and Flip. To be honest. Let's be real about it. So what? I knocked him out. Chipped him up. All that shit. He won't even say my name, but the whole hoods know it. I'm famous in the hood. I'm famous in prison. I'm famous on the underground. I'm famous across the world for it, for knocking him out. But he got more money than I got. His business is bigger than mine. His network is bigger than mine. I'm just known as the bully that knocked him out. So I became famous, but famous don't pay my bills. Famous don't put the big screen on the TV. I should have an 8 splitter up there instead of a 4. Let's be with reality, because see, I'm a real motherfucker. This is why I got bullet wounds in my body and I'm still here to tell a testimony. Because real gonna recognize real and game gonna recognize game. I can't run game on you little motherfuckers, because you gonna recognize that shit. Then you ain't gonna wanna fuck with me. But let's deal with reality. I can hold my own. I got more money than y'all niggas got. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got more money than that nigga got. So in the end, he won. Straight up. I knocked him out. He played Flip. I knocked him out. He went on to become on television, famous, TV shows, movies, roller skating and shit, all kinds of shit. I put out a video insulting his character. He didn't even answer that shit. Shit, video got 1 million hits, and he probably 500 of them throwing darts at it. But at the same time, he didn't answer that shit. Because he's, if you listen to the beginning subject, I said, now he flip it around. I'm $100,000 nigga. Yeah, I got 100. $100,000 nigga to that nigga. He $1 million nigga. He ain't gonna answer nothing I say. So I ain't used to be having no beef with the motherfucker. Shit. About our motherfucking business. Right now, we have little bitty small businesses and shit like that, and he has an empire. So you tell me, was it worth my pockets? Did it make me famous? Shit, I was being famous before I even hit the nigga. Shit. I see fucking team is not an individual situation. When one lose, we all lose. When we win, we all win. So therefore, it's an individual situation. I'm not looking for the accolades of my individual scores. I'm looking for the situation of how you seen the Clover Gz and all of it shined. Shit, that nigga was little. You know what I'm saying? His bodyguards was big as hell. Then him and his bitches and the entourage just start getting all that shit. And so, you know, I ran down on that nigga. The fuck, I'm the Black Al Capone. Like, are you crazy? I ran out of that nigga. Yo, Nelly, what's up, nigga? Hey, look, you got to do a song with my boss. What? You got to do a song with my boss. Who your boss? Lil Flip, famous motherfucking number one rapper in the country. He said, oh, yeah, Flip your boss? Like, yeah, you see the Clover Gz shit, I'm the Black Al Capone. Look, where you going right now? He said, I'm going in the studio right here. I'm saying, this is the studio going into? Like, come on, walk me in the studio. Okay, this is what it is. I'm about to go get Flip right now. We all about to go do a song right now. He said, you gonna go get the Flip right now? I was like, I'm gonna go get Flip right now. So I go back on the movie set, on a video set. And I run down and get Flip. And I'm like, Flip, man, I got Nelly in the studio right now. We gotta go do a song with him right now. He like, right now? He's like, what about the video right now? I was like, man, fuck the video right now. You know, Nelly album's coming out right now. He got a double CD coming out right now, and the whole world know that shit. He in California working on the studio. He said, me in the studio right now. Nigga, he in the studio right now. We don't got no Nelly song. You know what I'm saying? Nelly was begging. Yeah. Is you crazy? Nelly had fucking made about $100 million. Yeah. I know money. I'm running out on this nigga like, man, come on. He like, all right, man, fuck it. He got about 3, 4, 5 niggas and shit like that. We gripped up and shit like that real quick in Houston style and shit. And gripped up real quick and then ran over there and about 2 streets over to the studio all out of pocket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got to swing it in the rain. I'm banging on the door now. Cause I can't look like no liar. I know I just walked these niggas in this door. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Big sumo nigga come to the door. Like, damn, nigga, you acting like the police, man. Fuck that shit. Tell Nelly motherfucking Al Capone is here, yo. Fuck that. Facts. Tell that nigga we here, man. I got Lil Flip, my boss, with me. So he said, wait right here. I'm like, nah, man, we ain't waiting right here, man. I got Lil Flip with me. You got to open the door. Let us inside the studio. I ain't just go get him from off the movie set and, you know what I'm saying, and come over here for nothing. So we took him off and shit. The nigga opened up the door, gave us some more pressure and shit. He stayed right here. He hit us with some little Nelly come walking through the door, coming up here and shit like that. He's like, man, first thing he said is like, Flip, man, I hear your shit is hot as hell out there in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying, like that? Yeah, but this nigga right here, don't ever get rid of this nigga right here. This your biggest motherfucker promoter right here you got right here, nigga. Straight up. So he's talking about me and shit. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't come here to talk, my nigga. Show Flip where the studio is. We trying to get a song with you right now. We want a song with you right now. He's like, Flip, come on in the back, man. I got something I want you to put you on and shit like that. Go in the back. This nigga put on, had the engineer, white boy and some shit. And he had all his goons in there. The rest of the St. Lunatics and them that was in there. And now we in there with them niggas. They all been already there and shit like that. And weed everywhere, drink everywhere and shit. These niggas like some down-to-earth niggas. The whole St. Lunatics and all them niggas was like real as hell, cool as a motherfucker. Smoked us out on all their drugs and shit like that. And Nelly was real as hell. Went in there right there and there, pulled out one of the songs off his album and shit like that. off the double CD and shit, and then put Flip on that song called Boing. Flip fucking wrote the verse in like fucking 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying, like that, and he was timing it because he said, "Yeah, Flips, I heard you. You know, you the freestyle king and you write verses." Flip said, "Just play the song, man." He played it. He played the song. Went in the studio without no pen and paper. It killed the verse in like 5 minutes. Wrote the shit in 2 or 3. Did the song in fucking one take, Jake, as always. Went in there one take, Jake. This shit came out of there, and 5 minutes later, Nelly's changing his verse around. Now that's some hip hop news for you, bro. That shit is facts, yo. I stamp it, and I got all that shit on DVD, cause I was fucking filming back in those days too, cause I had the Canon, one of them little Canon.